Hello. Welcome. Today we've got some interesting drinks. I'm going to try to pick them all up again. This is always a bad idea. But I'm going to try. Okay. Pirate water. I've got 4 pirate waters. A lot of you... it's very cold. A lot of you probably have never heard of this. Some of you may have. I was interested in these because I've heard about them. That's really it. But I found them, they don't come in like a pack. I see them sold like individually in just cans. And I've only seen them at one store and they're like tucked away. There's just like stacks of them in like a little grocery cart. Just completely individually, kind of hidden away, hard to find. But that's where they are. It's a drink called Pirate Water. This is an alcoholic drink, so we've got our wine glass today. Okay. Anyways, so these are all different flavors. These are all 10%, by the way. So this is probably not a good idea for me to be drinking these all, but I will not be chugging them all right now. I will be just sipping on them and trying them. Okay, so chill out. Calm down. They contain alcohol. Okay, the story of these is that if you look on... I don't think it's going to show up on the camera. But if you look at that, it says Drink 4 Brewing Company. The interesting thing to note about that is that it's the same company that makes Four Loko. If you've heard of Four Loko, if you've had a Four Loko before, it's the same company. They just decided to put out this new drink called Pirate Water. I don't know why. Just because they thought it'd be a cool thing that people might want to purchase. I don't know. They thought the branding would be good. I don't know how well this is doing, but I'm interested in it, okay? So, these are all different flavors. We've got, this one's just called Miami Vice. I don't really know what that is exactly, I'll be honest. They also say Viva La Stool on the bottom. But they all say that, so this is orange one says Viva La Stool. I don't know, but the top one, Sex on the Beach. That's a type of drink. I know that. I don't think I've had one. I don't actually know what the mixture of a Sex on the Beach is. We've got this one, just a Bahama Mama. These are all various different, I guess, like tropical drinks. This one's like a margarita. Green one. I guess we're just going to start with the red one. So what do I expect? I expect these to kind of just taste like a Four Loko. If you've had a Four Loko before, they used to be a mixture of caffeine and alcohol, and then they removed the caffeine. They decided because teenagers were drinking them. They got very popular with teenagers, and they also became a very dangerous thing because you could drink a lot of it, not realize that you were really getting drunk because you were also imbibing a lot of caffeine. So it was a dangerous thing, so they decided to make it illegal to put caffeine and alcohol together. You can still do it in small amounts, and I think only if, you can't have added caffeine. So, for example, I looked this up the other day because I was interested. I looked into, a twisted tea. I'm like, wait, twisted tea is a tea. Wouldn't that have caffeine naturally in it? And sure enough, it does. So, obviously, any hard teas would have, a little bit of caffeine in them, but you can't add more caffeine, and it's usually a small amount of caffeine. It's not much. Anyways, so this drink doesn't have any caffeine naturally, unless it had some sort of tea flavor in it. So it's red, Miami Vice. It's very strong. Wow, okay. It smells very strongly like a Four Loko, like a fruit punch Four Loko. Yep. that's that's a four. If you've had a Four Loko before, the flavor is like, it's always like a little too strong. You know what I mean? And also, these are 10% alcohol, so this is like painful. Okay, so it's kind of almost like a candy fruit punch. A little too much. You know what I mean? The flavor is excessive. I don't know that this is gonna appeal to anybody that doesn't like Four Loko. If you like Four Loko, you might like this. If you're into like, if you buy this and you're like looking for like a beer or like a, I don't even know, even like a normal cocktail, you're gonna find that it's too much. It's not gonna appeal to you if you're into beers. If you're into wines, still probably not, unless you like really like fruity, dessert wines. Maybe you'll enjoy this. You know what it tastes like to me? Kind of is like a syrup. You know, like just a pure like fruit punch syrup flavor. It's very a lot. It's very a lot. Not sure that I'm super into it. I don't know. It's a kind of maybe a fun drink for just, I don't know, like a party. We want to just bring pirate water to the party and be like, guys, look at what I'm drinking. If you want something to talk about, I guess. Guys, do you want to try these drinks? So this one, number 2, Sex on the Beach. Let's try that one. It's orange. Despite being in an orange can, it's actually pink, even though on the camera it looks like the same color. It's not, I promise you. This is like pink. It is weird how like on the camera the pinks don't really come out as pink. That does not look right. My shirt is pink, but this is like a dark pink. My face is pink. Man. These are just like overpowering in terms of their flavor. It's funny because a lot of the other drinks that I do are like very like I have to like try really hard to like taste it. This is like just immediately I put my nose over this. I'm like, whoa. Whoa, dude. Jesus. Ugh. Sorry. Wow. These are fun. Holy crap. I'm not sure how to describe that one. I actually don't know what Sex on the Beach as a flavor is. And this doesn't have like it doesn't have any ingredients. So these are malt beverages. Obviously contain alcohol. It doesn't have an ingredients list, which is kind of funny. It says it's flavored malt beverage with artificial flavors and certified colors. I don't know. No ingredients. So there's no real fruit juice in this, which is great. So what I get from that is very acidic. It's like a citrusy something. I don't know. I feel like the Miami Vice is a little more overpowering. The flavor, it's still too much, but it's hard for me to necessarily tell what that is. It definitely it doesn't taste as syrupy, I guess. It's just giving me like a strong sort of citrusy like back end. Like it's either an orange or like a grapefruit. I think I'm thinking grapefruit mostly because it's like pink, and I'm like, oh, pink, it's a grapefruit. But I don't know if it's just the color that's making me think grapefruit, and it's actually an orange mixed with something else. I don't really know. I can look up these drinks and see what they say. Because these I actually have I don't know. So a Miami Vice, the drink is essentially equal parts frozen strawberry daiquiri and pina colada layered on top of each other. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can flavor that. Okay, yeah, the pineapple. Dude, yeah, I can smell the pineapple very distinctly. I think that's what's giving it its like syrupy flavor. The syrupy weirdness of it. No, I am tasting that. It's not like a really good one. It wouldn't be like a really good strawberry daiquiri and pina colada, but it's definitely going for that. It's just like too much. It's like an excess. Like it is like it tastes very syrupy. So I'll taste a let's see, Sex on the Beach. Let's see what that is. Despite I remember seeing I remember when I was a kid seeing like Sex on the Beach on like menus and stuff and being like, what the heck? I don't think you're allowed to sell that in a restaurant. That's unsanitary. Okay, so Sex on the Beach. Basically vodka, peach schnapps, orange juice, and cranberry juice. Okay, so the orange juice is that. The pinkness, I suppose, comes from the cranberry juice. And then there's also peach schnapps. I mean, mostly what I'm tasting in this is like the orange juice. I'm going to say that. There's a slight hint of peach. I'm not tasting much cranberry really at all. I can taste a slight hint of peach. But it's the orange juice that's like overwhelming everything else there. These are fun drinks because they're like unapologetically kind of like in your face, you know? They're just like way too much. I don't know. That's the best phrase I can use to describe them. They're all way too much. And they do not give a shit about being way too much. So, okay, number 3, Bahama Mama. Bahama Mama. This one's like a light orange can in comparison to the dark orange can. In comparison to the red can. So there's red, orange, light orange, and green. So those are the 4. I'm pretty sure these are all 4 flavors. I don't think there's any other flavors. These were all the ones that they had at the store, but these are all the ones I've ever seen. So I'm pretty sure these are all 4 flavors. I could double check that. Let's build it a little bit. Okay. This one is distinctly orange. Man, I wish I could put that side by side with the pink one just to show you guys like what the difference is there. This is orange. The other one was pink. Bahama Mama. My microphone is actually way too high. I'm just realizing. Okay. What am I tasting there? Coconut. Coconut is what I'm tasting. Oh, by the way, I've been trying to find this. There's a Gatorade mystery flavor now, and I could not for the life of me find it in stores. So I had to order it online, so it's on the way, but that was one of the ones I wanted to do, and I couldn't find it anywhere. So we'll do it. I think it'll be fun to like guess flavors. I'm waiting for the Mountain Dew Voodoo as well, because I'm trying to see if I have any talent in just picking out flavors. I have no idea what a Bahama Mama is, but I can taste coconut. Whatever else is in there, I have no clue. I think it's just the nature of these drinks is like there's always one that's just like way overwhelming the rest. Okay, orange juice, pineapple juice, rum, coconut flavored rum, and grenadine syrup. Okay, sure. The coconut is overpowering everything else, but I almost thought maybe there's orange juice, but I was like, I think maybe that's still on my tongue from the Sex on the Beach drink. I'm I know I'm kind of cringing a little bit at these, but they'd be good party drinks if you aren't trying to be classy in any way whatsoever. If your goal is just to drink and honestly, if I were to drink all 4 of these right now, tonight, I think I would get really sick. Because I've done that with Four Loko before. Back in college, I think I had like 2 of the like big Four Lokos. I just had 2. And I was so sick the next morning. I think I was throwing up. I had the worst headache in the world. It was not good. It was not good at all. So I don't think it's a good idea probably to drink all of these. They're just sort of these cheap. They're cheap, by the way, as well, I should mention. They are very cheap. I think these were like $1. Do I have the receipt? They were like $1.50 each or something like that for the whole cans, which I think is part of the appeal of Four Lokos. It's also a really cheap drink for college students. And it's not the worst tasting thing. It's definitely a drink. It's kind of like a shitty cocktail, you know? Or actually, I'd almost say this is like way too... Usually when I get a cocktail, it's like they will underdo some part of it. You know, it'll be way too watered down a lot of the time. This is like if you got a cocktail, but like they dumped too much of everything in, you know? They're just like, oh, let's put way too much of the like coconut rum in here. That's kind of like what this is. What this is giving me vibes of is like too much, excessive. You like overdid it, dude. You need to take it a step back. Maybe the bartender's a little drunk himself and he's just like dumping shit without measuring it. This is the last one, the margarita. I know what a margarita tastes like. I'd suppose this is a traditional margarita, which I believe I don't know if it's anything except just like tequila and like lime juice and tequila. Is there anything else to a margarita? I mean, crushed ice, but I don't know that I would count that in something like this because there's obviously not going to be any crushed ice in there. Ugh. Problem with cans is they freaking... Sorry. It's green. It's kind of a neon slime green, which doesn't come across on the camera super well, but it is green. Whew. What does that smell like? It smells like, hold on, it's coming to me. The, like, tropical starburst, you know, like the, I think there's like a green tropic, like, doesn't it have a green one? Green tropical starburst. Wait, did starburst tropical or discontinued? Wait, the discontinued green starburst, hold on. I'm just finding out right now that green starburst, the green tropical starburst, the green starburst from the tropical starburst, okay, sorry, is discontinued? Mango melon. That's like kind of what this is like reminding me of. Either that or like just like if you got a bunch of Skittles and like put them all in your mouth at the same time. I'm sorry. This is the kind of stuff that I kind of wanted to do for this channel, is just something that's this is like not at all a margarita. This is not what a margarita tastes like. Like I said, it's just like a combination of like way too much of everything. It's like there's a lime like syrup in here that they put way too much of in. And I think that's like all I'm tasting is like this lime syrup. But as soon as you start drinking that, it catches you off guard. Well, this was the first one where it's like, oh yeah, I know what that's supposed to taste like. A margarita, I know what that's supposed to taste like. I take a sip of this, I'm like, that's not what a margarita tastes like at all. That tastes like a sour green candy. All right, ugh. All right, we had fun here today, right? Gee whiz, man. These are a lot. If you like Four Loko, you could try these. You'll probably, I mean, you'll probably find them enjoyable enough. You know, it's the same thing. It's literally tastes the same to me as like Four Loko tastes. It's like excessive on the syrup and maybe tailored towards like people that don't really like drinking that much, but can taste, you know, maybe like when I was in high school, it's like this is the type of stuff that people would buy and be like, "Oh man, try this alcohol, try this Four Loko, man," and you would drink it and it would taste like this. This is like the cheap but like super alcoholic and very like sugary tasting type of thing. It's not good. It doesn't taste good at all, but you can pass it around and you'll get really hammered. I'm sure. Like I said, 10%. That's a lot. Like some of the more alcoholic beers that you could get are like, I've said this before, but like an Imperial Stout is like the most alcoholic beer you can get, and it's usually like 9 to 11%. I've seen. So this is like about on par with that. Typically, traditionally, if you were to just get like a regular beer like Budweiser, not even a light beer. I'm not talking about light beer. But if you were to get like a regular beer like a Budweiser, you would get, it's 5%. So this is 2 times that. If you were to get like some sort of liqueur, I believe, okay, so proofing, right, is 2 times the percentage. So if you get like a 90 proof something, that's 45%. If you get 95 proof, it's 42.5%. So it depends on that. You can get stuff that is like 12-ish%. I think I had a when I was at my parents' house last weekend, my sister had this like bottle of it's basically like an apple flavored it's called Winter Jack. It was like a Jack Daniel's wintry like apple flavored whiskey that had just been sitting there for like almost a year. It had almost been a year, and I was like, nobody's gonna drink that. I'll have a few glasses of that. It felt so light on alcohol, and I believe on the bottle it said 12%. It was 12% alcohol, something like that. So that's like a Jack Daniel's, but a very lightly alcoholic Jack Daniel's. These are heavy in alcohol. These will get you drunk. Okay, even just one of these, you'll probably feel it. 2 of these, you'll definitely feel it. 3 of these, you'll probably be sick. You'll probably want to go to sleep, and then you'll wake up tomorrow. 4 of them, you're just gonna pass out. I feel like after the 4th. But like as for rating them, do I have to? I don't even want to rate them separately. I'll be honest. Because they're so funny that they're pretty equal in my brain about how funny they are. And I don't want to distinguish them at all. I want to put them in a pack and put them somewhere entirely on their own thing. See, this is where it gets hard to rate it, because it's like dependent on what you want to rate it on exactly. Like I said, I just gave a bunch of things that it's like it would be good for, or it would be, you know, at least appropriate for. But as for like an actual drink, I want to give it like I'll get a 5.5. I don't think it's like an especially good drink, but like it does something. It does its job. It does what it's supposed to do. It's just not going to be like top of the line. Oh man, this is like actually really good. I'm going to drink these all the time. I feel like you shouldn't drink these all the time. I think these are like once in a blue moon, or just funny prank that you bring these to a party and just share them with friends. Like they're not they're fun. That's all I got. Okay, goodbye.